So you go by Jasmine Reyna?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Welcome to Bomb Mom Chronicles. So, like we were promising you guys, we have a special guest today. I'm so excited. We have Miss Jasmine Reyna here. She is, go ahead, I'll let you introduce yourself and your title.
Okay, well, I'm Jasmine Reyna. I am a transformation mindset life coach, meaning I focus strictly on the mindset. My job is to transform your mind, to digress limiting beliefs and things of that sort. So that's what I do. Nice to meet you guys.
And go ahead and tell us your age and if you're a bomb mom.
Okay. Well, I'm 24. I'll be 25 in May. I'm a mother of one.
Okay.
Spiritually, I'm a mother of two.
Okay.
But physically in the flesh, I'm a mother of one. So that's what I do. I'm currently in school for psychology. My major is clinical psychology, and I study life coaching. I am trained and licensed as a manifestation life coach and a transformation life coach.
License. Wow. I know. Applaud to you.
School for psychology.
That's great.
Awesome.
It really is. So, like I said, we're so excited to have Miss Jasmine Reyna on here today. We have a lineup of questions for you.
I know.
We hope you're ready. It's going to be a conversation. We should be real comfortable.
Okay.
Before we get started, I want to go ahead and tell all of our viewers on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to our episode with Miss Jasmine Reyna. She's going to go ahead and talk about transformation of the mindset. She's a licensed life coach. That's correct?
Yes.
Licensed life coach. Facebook Live, thank you for joining all of our viewers on here. You guys go ahead and start your watch parties. Send in your comments, your questions for Miss Jasmine here. We're going to go ahead and get started. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so my first question for you is, how do you manage being a stay-at-home mom? Because I know you discussed with Erica a little bit that you're stay-at-home and you work and you look like you're doing a wonderful job with the work-home life balance. So can you talk a little more about that for us?
As a stay-at-home mom, it is a difference because my son is only 2, so he hasn't started the daycare and the elementary school system yet. As a stay-at-home mom, most of the time, I'll be completely honest because I want to be transparent. When I'm working on my life coaching business, my schooling business, or even my working at home from business, which is my dad's landscaping company, I prefer to do those things either really early in the morning when I know Christian's not going to wake up yet, or I make them in the evening. So if I was ever going to give any mom an advice on how to manage being a stay-at-home mom and an entrepreneur, I would say figure out your child's schedule and work around him. So if you know that your child wakes up at 11, you probably want to be up at 8.
Right.
If you know your child goes to sleep at 9, you probably want to get in whatever extra work by 10 through 4 in the morning. It's about working around your child because they don't know the sequence of timing yet.
Right.
They don't subscribe to that mindset.
Natural schedule.
Yeah.
Their internal natural schedule. So, what was I going to say about that? It sounds. Oh, we need to keep looking at there. Okay. It sounds like you have that under control. How do you stay disciplined?
Oh, discipline. You know what? I told myself I wanted to be honest when I came here to you guys. Discipline is all about the mindset. That's why I chose transformation mindset coaching, because if you don't change your mind, it doesn't matter what you think about. It doesn't matter what you plan to do. If your mind, your spirit, and your physical body is not in alignment, you could think a million things, you'll never get to it. So I stayed disciplined by reminding myself I chose a vision. My vision was to uplift women, empower women, and show us how to tap into our energy, to transform your mind from the mindset the society has given us and transfer your mind into what your true potential is and what your true destiny is. So when you can get your mind in alignment with who you're going to become, and because it's who we're going to become, you already are. Like if you're going to be a radio host, a podcast leader, if you're going to go into millions, this is who you are. It's just a matter of you getting to alignment with that so God can keep creating the experiences that brings you to the highest power of that. So when I'm dealing with, you know, being a mom, being an entrepreneur, things of that sort, I have a vision. I have a focus point. Whatever your focus point is, that's where all your energy is going to go. So
that makes sense.
I just want to say before we move forward, I went to school with Jasmine. You guys, she is a completely different person. She's always been a doll. She's always been glammed up.
Okay, honey.
Never miss a beat, never miss a day. But as far as maturing and everything that she's talking about right now is, oh my God, you're like a new
It's
person.
astonishing.
And it wasn't overnight.
This is the perfect career path for you. You live exactly what you talk
What
about.
right?
Yeah.
Right, which
And
is the best way.
I'm living, breathing proof. I went to school with her.
So she knows me. She knows me
Yeah.
before I decided to.
I've seen.
Yeah, there's no image. She
Yeah.
knows me.
This
Right.
is real.
So it's like she got to watch me, because I like to be honest with people. Like, I never tell people, like, even when I meet people that are at a higher level than I am, I'm very big on transparency, because one thing I want all my clients to know, anybody that interviews me to know, anybody that brings me on their platform, like y'all brought me here. The biggest deal is being authentic to who you are,
Right.
being authentic to the purpose that God gave you. Because if you're not, just like makeup, just like weave, at some point it has to come off and you have to face the truth of who you are.
Right.
So with Erica knowing me, Erica has known me since I was 14, 13. I think you knew me before that, because you knew me
Right
before we
before
went to
high
school with
school.
each other.
Right before
Yeah, you knew me before that. And with her knowing me, she's got to watch the growth.
Right.
And what that has shown me, and it's probably shown Erica, is that if God has planted a seed in you for your destiny, at some point he will make everything that you're doing align with it. I went from a fighter, gang member, jail, things of that
Wow.
sort, to a single mom, entrepreneur. I'm completely focused. I have a vision for life. And my main thing is just to be able to overstep the distractions that are around me. So
Right,
it's like,
overcome
I
those
love,
obstacles.
yeah, I love that she brought that up, because no one starts out perfect. I think the
Right.
world, we project an image that is like, oh, I got this all together. No one has it all together.
Right.
And my mission for the year of 2020 was to give y'all all of me. I don't want to just give y'all made up, weaved up Jasmine.
Yeah.
I want y'all to see my real hair. I want you to
Right.
see, because no one is born into anything.
Right.
We all have to evolve into who we're going to
that's
become.
right. It takes
So
progression.
that was really important. So I love that she brought that up. That's definitely true.
Well, us bomb moms applaud you, Miss Jasmine
applaud
Reyna.
y'all.
Thank
Yes.
you. It sounds like you've made quite a change in your life, and it looks like you're doing very well. And we're excited to have you here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. You guys were so like professional, and
Thank
just to be
you.
invited, the way y'all set up the
Yeah.
whole process, it was
Yeah.
just like, wow. I haven't seen that in a long time. So I
Wow.
was really excited to work with you guys. I've seen your brand. I've watched
Thank
some of your
you.
videos, and you guys are just amazing. You guys inspired me to
Thank
like, no
you.
matter who's watching or not, just
Right.
do your thing, and your audience
Yeah.
will come. So
And
I just love seeing you guys.
We got to start somewhere, like you
Yeah.
said. Progression is going to come over time. We're going to keep evolving. Let me.
Can you read? 'Cause I can't see.
Yeah,
I can see
we're gonna talk back to our viewers here on Facebook Live. Thank you guys for joining. Ira, Candy Rain, thank you for joining. She says I can definitely relate to her. For sure, Miss Candy Rain. If you have any comments or questions for Miss Jasmine, go ahead and put them in. Go ahead and put them in the chat now. We'll go ahead and read them off in a couple minutes. Over here for our YouTube, thank you for joining us. If you're just tuning in, this is Miss Jasmine Reyna. She's a trained and licensed life coach in a transformation of the mindset. We were just talking about her evolution from becoming, just a schoolgirl into some trouble and making it all the way to what she is now. So we applauded her for that. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to keep on with the questions here. So I hope you're ready, Miss Reyna. Let's keep them going. My next question for you is, how did you know guiding others was the perfect path for you? That's a good one.
To be honest, it's a funny story, and Erica probably knows the story too. I have a best friend. Her name is Brianna Gauntz. She's actually getting her doctorates right now. She's already graduated. She's way further than I am. She's getting her doctorates in psychology. And I met Brianna my senior year in high school, and we just continued our friendship thus forward. And she has watched me. I wrote blogs. I started off writing blog posts and just kind of talking on social media, just giving my input. But when I realized that it was really resonating with a lot of women, I tried to take it a little bit more seriously, because at this point you're impacting other lives.
Right.
And what changed my life was when I watched this guy. I don't know if you guys have seen him on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, but he was talking about when he had his out-of-body experience with meeting Jesus Christ and God. And he basically had an out-of-body experience with meeting Judgment Day. And basically he said that God was telling him, you are accountable for anybody that has been inspired by you, anybody that is reading your messages and being moved by you. If your message is deceiving or misleading in any type of way, you are accountable for that. So when I realized that me giving people advice, me speaking into people's lives, when I realized that that was truly impacting them, that made me tap into a different type of energy, because I realized I might have a gift for that. Like, people want to hear what I have to say. And my voice hasn't always been this strong. I had a really girly voice growing up. And I went through a very traumatizing experience. And I feel like, and a lot of people have said this, spiritual people, church people, they've all said, it's like my voice transformed so that when I speak to an audience of any kind, I can move them, versus with hello little girly voice, I'm just like this.
Voice,
you know, it doesn't really move you guys. So it was me going through a traumatizing experience and realizing the things that I did do on my regular, just social life, just organic day of living. I noticed what I was doing was impacting people. And when I realized that, it was like, well, then I wanted to expand upon that energy. So,
and it makes you feel good to know that you can change your life, you
yes,
know,
definitely.
and something you actually love to do. And I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason. So that goes into your, I'm sorry about your traumatizing experience.
Oh no, I'm not sorry. Thank God.
Look at what it's come out to be, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
So,
that's my
I'm
new
glad
phrase.
for that.
I say, no more than you can bear. It's not a phrase, it's in the Bible, but it's no more than you can bear. So for me, it's like a traumatizing experience. But Erica knows my favorite story is it going to be a sob story or will it be a testimony? That's up to you, what you decide to do with the trials and tribulations. Because as being a child of God, and when I say a child of God, you can call them what you want to call them, spirit, this, that, and third. It all circles around to one person. But you have to decide if what you went through is going to be the thing that broke you, and you're going to stay there and you tell your kids about, I'm only here because,
well
you know,
on it and
yeah,
let it,
or you're going to let it build you.
do
So
something about it, right?
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, I do have a question on Facebook.
Excuse me.
Rain says, I have to speak a little loud. What age were you when you realized you needed to change? I missed that, I think. I'm trying to clean.
I would be honest, because I promised to be honest, and I told God if he gave me, okay. So I'm going to be honest. I joined a gang when I was 19. My child's father is a part of a gang. I did not fully, because like I said, I was already giving advice, and it was good advice, but I didn't know that was a thing. It's just like talking to your homegirls. I did not step into my purpose until I think I had Christian at 21. So I would say 21. That's when I started writing my book. So 21 is when I realized it was a thing. It wasn't just a matter of me giving advice. It's a gifted advice. People have told me I've spoken into their life and it's transformed their lives. So I think 21 was when I realized.
And you said you're 24 now.
I'm 24. I'll be 25 in May. So
and
I'm 24
your progression has been fairly quick too, because 19 and 24 is not that far in between for you to realize what you were doing wrong. Right?
But I don't want to tell people that, you guys, because on a spiritual level, I did a quantum leap. And a lot of you guys, y'all can look up the definition of quantum, meaning that's not a everyday thing. That's not what everybody's going to do. So I don't want a girl to get on here and be like, well, I'm 21 and I don't have any plans. That's I even told another mother that asked me about my son, because my 2-year-old son, he's a little bit more advanced than most children. And I had to tell her, we are individual people. Where I am, it's not going to be where you are. Where you are, it's not going to be. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a podcast. You've heard my podcast. It's nothing like what you guys are doing. So that just shows your journey is different. So I don't want that young lady to look at me like, oh, she did it at 21. What if I'm 23? And I'm like, well, she did it at 21. That does not mean that you're not going to do it. Everybody has an individual journey. And everything that's going on in your life is in alignment. So for me, 21 was the peaking moment. I became a mother for the second time, and I carried the birth all the way through. So I had to evolve. Becoming a mother, I don't know if all of you guys are mother. I know Erica is. I know her sister is. And so we're all mothers. And if you guys all know, I think we can all speak on that. It's a spiritually moving experience. Like, you will never know what it's like to be a mother until you're a mother.
And I tell you, it's a life-changing experience. I'm telling you, like, I was the best aunt. Okay, the aunt, I knew how to change diapers. I knew how to feed the babies. I knew how to put them to sleep. I knew how to take care of kids. But when I had my own son, it was a lot. It changed my whole perspective on life. It made me. It inspired me to want to write a book about
But
my
it moved
experience.
you.
It moved me, and it was the love that I felt for my child was like nothing I had ever felt in this world. Nothing. It's almost otherworldly. Like it doesn't feel like love is an understatement of what I felt when I had my kid, and I
You know
never.
what I tell people all the time, though? I always tell people, we come into this world. Before you come, you know your mission. Like, whether we realize it or not, we've already had the discussion with God, the superior. We've already had a discussion with spirit. We know what we came here for. But the thing is, when you come into the human flesh, you lose recollection of what you came here for because you have to go through a journey to evolve into your purpose. And so it's like when you're evolving into that purpose, you can get lost along the way because the world is full of distractions. We're in a spiritual warfare, which means God is fighting for your spirit and soul, but the devil is too. God hears your prayers and the devil does too. So it's like, as a mother, when you go through that experience of having another human being forming inside of your body, you know, like that's why I said, unless you've been a mother, you
Right.
will never understand because
Right.
it's in your body. It's forming,
Right.
it's growing legs and arms. It's taking a piece of you. So when you spit that out, it's almost like you spit out a piece of yourself. So as a mother, to spit out a child, that is a spiritual experience because for the first time as a human being, because any human being can say, I care about others.
Right.
But until you pull a human being, because we're made from God, right? We're made out of his image. We're made from men. We come from their rib. That's why men need women. That's why men and women, we just gravitate. No matter how many times you say, I'm never going to date again. Guys are like, I'm never going to trust women again. But you gravitate to each other because we are connected as one. So when you have a child that comes out of your body, you would never understand how she loves you. You would never understand how your mother
it's
loves you.
different, Yeah.
Because at this point, you've sacrificed a piece of yourself. I know for me, the doctor told me it's going to be you or him. So to sacrifice your body to bring forth another person, to bring
Right.
forth fruition of another human being, that's a moving moment. So it's going to move you spiritually. I'm not going to lie. I don't like to limit my perspective, but I am concerned about a woman that could birth a child and not be moved. That tells me her spiritual warfare is a
There's
little more
something
intense
off. There's
than
definitely
the average
something off.
person.
If there's no connection.
Yeah.
If there's
Yeah.
no connection, we're about to get into that because we're actually, for those of you who tuned in on our last episode, we didn't get to with Miss Nikki Jones. We didn't get to finish talking about our other topics, which were speaking of being a mother to your child first before being a woman to your man. And what was the other one?
The other one was, I think, apologizing.
Yeah.
What is the proper way to apologize? Which is something we're going to talk about with you as well. So we're going to
Y'all
go ahead
are
and
so
tie it all
pretty.
in.
Oh, like
Thank
three of
you. Thank you.
I'm like, ooh,
I
they
know you
fancy
too.
schmancy. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my
No.
Gemini, my little superficial. I'm like, why are they all so pretty?
You're
All three of them.
pretty. Okay, so let's get into this next topic. Sorry, before we get into this next. Okay, well, let me go ahead and talk to the YouTube and the Facebook Live again. For those of you who have just joined us, this is Miss Jasmine Reyna. She's a trained and licensed life coach. Thank you. Let me stop. Hold up, you guys. I gotta show you guys something. I gotta show them something real quick. This is homemade. I can't even talk. Homemade pizza, you guys.
Dang.
Our mom makes the best homemade pizza, and she tried it for the first time, and it was even better. It was better than anything I had tasted.
Yeah.
I'll eat that. No. We're about to try this pizza.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. Her homemade pizza. Yeah, you can eat it now.
On the
Yeah.
camera?
Yeah, you
They
can
gonna
eat-
see me?
Yes, girl.
Y'all, I can't eat.
We're professional, but we are real, okay? We're professional, but we're
Yay.
real. As a matter of fact, we're gonna be eating some seafood on one of these up and coming next week because she has plates. Can we shut your plates out while we're tasting this? Matter of fact,
Yes, I make
It is good.
seafood
Mm.
plates. I make
It is good.
crab legs, lemon pepper crab legs, all seafood for you.
everything.
Buy some.
Her place be blessing, girl. She delivered to you guys for the local Southside area.
Yes, and also I do Sunday dinners for 6. So if you want a Sunday dinner, say for 6 people, $60. We got fried fish, fried chicken,
Package
mac
deal.
and cheese, package deal.
Mm-hmm.
So find me on Instagram at akemikiyomi31.
Look at her. Go ahead, girl. Order you a
I
plate.
eat. Sorry. I'm over here like, can I add her?
I have pictures
This pizza is so good, you guys. Meanwhile, for those of you just joining us, those of you just joining us over on Facebook Live, I'm sorry. Go ahead and put your comments, your questions into the chat. Thank you for joining us with Ms. Jasmine Reyna. She's a trained and licensed life coach in transformation of the mindset. You guys go ahead and start your watch parties. For YouTube over here, thank you for watching our newest episode. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Tune in and stay tuned. We're going to be feeding our channel through this channel. So you can find our videos on here for now. The NICKY Love WUNAM, that's the YouTube channel? Yes. Yeah, NICKY Love WUNAM YouTube channel. And then we're going to start feeding our videos through to our own. So we'll be giving that information out real soon. For everybody else, you guys go follow us on IG. Our page is at The Real Bomb Moms. Go follow us, and you can follow all of our videos and find all of the updates on there as well.
I just want to say this because I know how social media is, so y'all can use this clip for advertisement. I have never felt so comfortable at an interview thus far.
Yay!
You guys made me feel welcome from the door. So definitely tune in. Tap into this. The energy here is not for the camera.
Okay.
This is real life. They have made me.
real.
I never met Eric. I know Erica growing up. We've grown up together. I knew her from Kendrick. We've grown up. But I've never met her sister, never seen her, never met her other sister, never met these guys. And I just feel so welcome. Even her mother, even everybody in the studio. The studio is professional.
Thank you.
I love it. Brown girls, black girls.
Okay. Oh, you guys.
We on the way. We're on the way.
Of, all of you guys, not to cut you off, I'm so sorry. You guys, we are going to be doing a Caribbean carnival troupe. It's called Pretty Little Brown Teens. Yes. So we're going to be doing a troupe. We're really excited. We're going to be customizing the winged feathers on backpacks. We're going to be customizing the bralettes. We're going to be bedazzle the sneakers to match it. You guys, your flags, where you're from, your countries, it doesn't matter where you're from. You guys can join our troupe. We're going to get all of that information together. We're going to put it out. We'll keep you updated on it. We're really excited about that. When's the carnival coming for Atlanta?
Carnival for Atlanta.
It's in May. I think it's on the 23rd, my birthday.
One is in May, and then they have another one in June. But we're really trying to shoot for Miami.
Which is in October.
That's a good one. That's a good time.
Yeah.
So next year,
especially for Miami, it'll be cool.
Miami Carnival, because that's one of the biggest carnivals.
We're excited about that, you guys. We're going to be putting more information out about all of that. So hopefully you ladies will join us. Hit us up on IG. You guys can DM us. You guys, yay!
I just love girl things, like girl power. Yes, I'm big on sisterhood. Let's go.
We love to do stuff like this. So you guys go ahead and find us on IG at The Real Bomb Moms. You can DM all of your booking inquiries. If you guys want your businesses promoted, you can DM us on there as well. If you have questions about any of the shows, if you want to be a special guest about our Carnival Caribbean troupe coming up, DM us on IG at The Real Bomb Moms. So we're going to get back into this episode here so we can finish these questions for the beautiful Miss Jasmine. Yeah, we got off topic, but I got so excited.
Look, I love it. I'm like, we going on a trip.
Yes,
I'm over here thinking about how much I pay by this time.
Girl.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we're going to have it all together. We're going to give you guys the details real soon. Go ahead and like and subscribe on YouTube. For those of you on Facebook Live, go ahead and start your watch parties. Go ahead, Kimmy. You have more questions for Jasmine?
I do. So, I want to ask you about this quote you made in December 9th, 2019, that stated, awareness is the first step to change.
Okay. Well, then that's a big thing. I can definitely answer that. Here's the thing, and I tell my friends this. I tell all my clients this. Think about it, you guys. If you don't know, I'm going to just give you an example because I'm big on examples. That's how I bring people forward. If you didn't know that your eyebrow was crooked, would you change it?
No.
If you didn't know your lash was off, would you change it? The point of the matter is when we transcend that, or when we let that tap into all areas of our lives, if you're not aware of a certain predicament or a certain placement in your life, you can't make the changes. So the first step, even in psychology, any lawyers, legal, anything that you tap into, they're going to tell you the first step to making the change, the first step to drawing a conclusion, the first step to moving anything around is to become aware of it.
Right.
You can't even take a murderer off the street until you know
Right.
he's a murderer.
Right.
So awareness is the key. When you know what areas of your life is holding you back from becoming the very best version of yourself, that allows you to say, it's my insecurities, it's my fear. It's, for me, it's your anger and your impulsiveness. So until you know what it is that's keeping you from evolving, you can never change it.
Right.
So that's why I chose that statement to say awareness is the key to changing your life. You can't change your life until you know what's wrong with your life. If I think my life is okay, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Right.
What do you think is the best way to figure out exactly why?
Why don't you like your life? Why aren't you satisfied?
How to become aware.
Why aren't you satisfied? Why you make a podcast?
I'm not satisfied with working. Excuse me. I'm not satisfied with working for the corporate world. I want to have more flexible time to spend with my son, to take vacation, to enjoy life, to be financially comfortable or free, I should say. That's why I'm not satisfied. So I have to keep pushing.
So
to be
you're
better.
aware that those are the things that are keeping you from what will make you satisfied.
Right.
But if you weren't aware of that, would you not just work the job? You eating.
I would.
You look
I would
good.
just work- I
Your
would
kids
just
are
work-
eating. But you're aware that this is not enough.
I
So
definitely
the
was
moment
in
you
that
became
position.
aware, you said, okay, this is cool for now.
Right.
Because that's a big thing. And it's kind of crazy because me and Bree, that's something we talk. Bree is my manager. She's the person that books me. All the people I've met, my book that's coming out in May, she's the person that's over all that.
Okay.
Bree is like, because she has charm. She charms a room. Everyone loves Bree.
Definitely gonna have to have you
We need a
Yeah.
network. We need a
But,
network about that whole thing. Get you on to talk about your book.
Definitely.
All of that.
But something
And
that
network
I've
with
I've
Bree?
noticed with me and Bree was until we came into awareness that I was even effective enough, you can't make a change. You just think
Right.
it's something you're doing. Just like you said, your corporate job, it probably fed your kids, bought your house, bought your clothes, but you're like, but I need more time.
Right.
But I need more money. I want to make my own hours. That's an awareness that I'm not satisfied. Until I'm aware that there's a problem in my situation, I cannot make the changes. So that's why I tell everybody, I can't do nothing with a client that doesn't know they have a problem. If you
Right.
come to me and you say, I want a life coach, why? And if you say, I don't know, then you aren't even aware of what you
Right.
want me to help
What's
you
wrong?
fix.
Right,
A life
right.
coach is
Wow.
not a,
So do you get that a lot?
oh no, I get a lot. One of my very first clients, and I'm so proud. She's one of my, I use her all the time because where she has been, and I did her a trial period. I did a trial period for free. And she came back and she paid. But when I met this young lady, she was depressed, fresh out the military with no plans for life. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what I'm going to do. But working with her, she didn't know what her problem was, why she was depressed, why she went through what she went through. But it's a partnership. That's why I tell everybody, there's no psychologist, there's no therapist, there's no life coach, no Instagram videos. No one can fix your life. It is
Right.
always going to be, even with your pastor, it is a partnership because I can take you to the water, but you have to drink it. I can take you to the food, but I can't force it down your throat. I'm gonna put you back where you came from. So it's all about the awareness that there is something that needs to be solved. And when you know there's something to be solved, we can figure out the steps
Right.
to effectively solving it.
So
So
I assume that you have very short patience when it comes to like friends and being dumb.
no,
Have a better time.
I think with my friends, in particular with my friends, because I wanted to say no, but I've said that before. With my friends, because I do it for free, I'm in a place in my life where I am very big on alignment. So to be my friend where I am currently in my life, I need you to exercise just a little bit of consciousness.
Right.
I don't want to hear you say my job isn't good enough, but I didn't hear you say you applied for anything.
Right,
I'm very big
right.
on application. I don't want to hear about your problems if you're not trying to figure out a way to
Right.
solve
What
your
did
problems.
you do to try to come to a resolution? Right.
Yeah,
That
but I
makes
am patient. I do try to be patient.
sense. She's talking to you and you and you
And you and you
in
and
the
you.
back. Okay. Okay. So did you have another question for her? Do you want to go ahead and say?
I don't know if you guys brought this up in the beginning. It says we've seen on IG that you start your day at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, she touched on it a little bit.
But okay,
Just
so
a little bit.
when did that start for you as
Listen.
an adult? Because none of
It
us,
makes a lot of
turning
sense.
over and getting comfortable
But
and
I am-
sitting up at 6
I'm just
a.m.
saying I'm not a
And
morning
you're
person.
Listen, I get on
I'm just
Instagram,
saying,
I'll
right
get
off the
Instagram
bat.
around 11 and I'll look at her story and I'll see she maybe had like coffee or something and it's literally like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'm like, barely able to open my eyes at 6 a.m. On the dot.
Yeah.
Like this by the time I get up.
Yeah, like by the time everybody else is woke, and it's
Already
the funniest thing,
dressing up.
Erica.
Is lit, so I'm trying to figure
Yes,
out.
it's the funniest thing because I know what she's talking about. I see people on Instagram. That's why I started, Erica. You probably noticed because I know y'all too. Well, I think you just followed me, but y'all don't know me off social media as far as Instagram because that's
Right.
really the only social media I use now. But Erica knows, so it's like by the time my Instagram followers are waking up, my makeup is done, my hair. So to them, it's like, does she just jump up and do it? But
Right.
it's like, no, I've already been up for like 5 hours.
Right.
I done already did a facial and everything.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want people thinking that they have to start at 6 in the morning. That's no, that's just my particular, like the situation I'm in financially, what I'm doing for my life.
Right.
That wakes me up. But I wouldn't tell everybody. But what I will say, waking up so early, I get a lot done. I could be done with my day
More
at like
hours in your
2,
day.
and y'all might be in the middle of y'all day.
Right.
And like my father owns a landscaping business. So even if I'm doing some work for him, my mother owns a hair salon, even if I'm working for her, because I don't work a 9 to 5. I'm completely on my own schedule. What needs to be done for me, I make my own money. But I don't wake up and start working at 6 in the morning. It's just that the current situation I'm in requires me to be up at
Right.
6 in the morning to get things done.
Right.
While I see you guys, and I'm human. I don't like nobody to think I'm not human. I see you guys working at 12 and I feel like I'm not doing enough because I'm finishing.
Yeah.
So that's why for me it's a big thing is don't look at Jasmine working at 12. Don't look at them making a podcast. Don't look at her answer. Don't look at that. It's what works for your particular journey.
Right.
What works for your particular schedule. Because when we
As
try to
long as you
align
stay
ourselves with somebody
consistent.
else's, then you throw yourself out. Like you
Right.
start feeling like, well, I'm not doing enough because I'm not up at 6. But what if you were at your best at 8?
Right.
What if you're at your best at 9?
Right.
So no, that wasn't I wouldn't give that as a reference to like a magic trick. Like, yeah, wake up at 6. But I will say, don't wake up at 10 and 11.
Right.
You should definitely be up before you hit the double digits.
Right.
Just off the strength of the fact we say there's not enough time in the day, but there's definitely
make
enough
time.
time in the day. You
You
can
can
write a whole
definitely make
10-page essay at
Right.
24 hours
Right.
if you woke up on time. So no, when you wake up, you have to find, because for me, I have to find that energy to say, Jasmine, you got to revise your book. Right now I'm working on books. So that's a big project for me. My
Right.
editor sends me back stuff. Do you want it to sound like this or do you want to go back and try it again?
Right.
I wrote that book 2 years ago. So from here now, I definitely want to reword some things so I would
Right.
be up. I would
Right.
be up. So if what you're doing in your life, if you know that you have a particular project or something you're focusing on, you should be up.
Right.
Whatever time if you woke up at 8, you should be out the bed by 9.
What gets your, where
What
do you find
motivates
that
you? Where do you find that
Justify yourself and
to just
come out
get up,
strong?
especially-
Because you don't work for nobody.
and
Yeah.
it takes more discipline. It takes
You're
more
parenting
discipline.
yourself.
Yeah.
So
It makes more
technically,
discipline.
You don't have to look.
I don't.
Right.
I don't.
It definitely
And when I go to the grocery store, because Erica seen me there,
Yeah.
I don't look like that.
Yeah.
I don't look like that at the grocery store.
So
Because I have, for me, I don't like to project, so I guess that's what keeps catching me. For me, you guys, I have an image of who Jasmine Reyna is going to be and who she is. And that person is a woman that looks good,
Okay.
sounds good, is good, doing good, living
Okay.
good. It's an image in my mind. And so I tell y'all this, you need to find out that, get a picture. And in that picture, does she have on red bottoms? You need some red bottoms. I ain't saying you got to go spend everything you got on it
Yeah.
now, but you know what you're striving towards.
Right.
A lot of
Right.
people look down
That-
on creating an image of yourself.
but that's
But that's
kinda-
everything.
Yeah.
Make people feel better about
People
that.
have done that to me. People, it's funny. It's funny. And that's why I like to humanize myself, because for a while I did notice I have a gift for, I don't have to meet you in person. I don't have to be around you. I can feel your energy through Instagram. You can watch my story and I know what you're thinking of me. And when I realized, because no one said it on Instagram, no one said that, no one told me this, but I know what my followers were thinking. Every time Jasmine gets on Instagram, her face is beat, her hair is done, everything's on point. So that's why this year I said I want them to see that no, that's not true.
Right.
My face is not always beat. My hair is not always done. I'm not always this way. I just have a image for Jasmine Reyna.
Right.
My brand, what I stand for, is a woman that is together. That doesn't mean I wake up together, because I'm a human being like anybody else.
Right.
But I'm not going to go into this world as anything less than what I'm aspiring to achieve. I'm a life coach, but that's just a stepping stone. That's an experience for me. I'm getting my doctorates. I'm going to be a clinically studying psychologist. They don't go outside in joggers, and they definitely don't go outside with zit cream, and they definitely don't go outside in a hat.
Right.
They are dressed. They are
Professionally.
preparing. So if you're going to be a hairstylist, no, I don't understand why your hair is nappy. No.
Right.
If you're a makeup
You're
artist
right.
and for 7 days out the week you didn't even put on concealer, I'm a little bit concerned.
Right.
You've
I agree
never
with that.
asked. You've
agree
never
with that.
asked the nappy
I
headed
agree
girl who
with
did her hair.
that.
You've never asked a girl,
Right.
and makeup isn't a thing, so I don't want to put that image out, because I get on Instagram without my makeup too. Erica can tell y'all that I do that. But the thing is, if I'm giving y'all an image of a woman that's chasing a vision, you want to embody the vision, you want to manifest the vision, you want to get those things going forward for you, then you need to step into the vision. And in
Right.
the vision,
You need to
excuse my
be
language,
that.
your shit is together.
Right. That's what
So
I'm
you
saying.
wake up and you
need
get
to
your
be
shit
that.
together.
Be what you want to
Yeah.
see yourself be.
Yeah.
Feel better, look better, all of that.
About how we was gonna dress up more for the show and how we want to look.
Start portraying what we want. Start doing what we want to be portrayed as. Listen,
And y'all look so great. But
Thank
this
you.
is how you should get on camera.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, as a viewer, because I like to be honest with people. As a viewer, when I watch anything, if you tell me you're a makeup artist and I ain't seen your makeup on Instagram,
Right.
I'm not getting my makeup done.
Right.
If you tell me you're a nail artist and I ain't seen you do your nails yet, and I
Right.
meet you, I'm not getting
Not-
my nails
of
done.
course,
If you say you
right.
do hair and your hair is nappy, I'm not getting my hair done.
Period.
If I told you I was
Okay.
a life coach and I came here in my
Period.
scarf with no makeup on, with this pimple
But
that's
what
sitting right here on my cheek,
Girl, you look good.
y'all would have been like, okay, that's not a life coach.
Right.
Just like me saying,
They probably
I
would
cook.
have.
But you don't have no food. I never
Maybe.
seen you cook, but you cook. What do you cook?
Every
No. But I ain't never seen you cook though.
Right.
So what do you cook?
Be
Where your plates at?
Let-
What's on your Instagram
follow
page?
me on IG.
Because on your Instagram
There
page, I
you
see
go.
posts. Because this is what I want people to see that. When you go on the IG page, it's post about these guys
You
ain't
need to
treating
be
me
your
like nothing. But
brand.
you said you was cooking. I want to see plates on your page.
Right.
Whatever is on your
You
social
need to
media,
be
it should
your
project
brand.
what your
That's
vision
right.
is.
That's right. And it will come into fruition too. Yes, it's very true. I am a strong believer of that as well. You can't just expect things to fall on your plate and you're not putting in the effort behind it.
That doesn't happen.
Period. You got to be what you want. Okay. So, was that all the questions you had for her?
That's all my questions.
Okay, well that was definitely a good one. So my next question for you is, what type of mentality should we have to maintain a healthy mindset and control over our emotions? What type of mentality does it take to control?
Cause you know.
Discipline.
Me not going off on somebody. I'm just saying, you know, what do I need to know
And it
to control these blackouts?
It touches cells.
What type of mind I
got
need
me
to be?
fucked up.
Okay, what? Okay.
Really tried. Excuse me, you really tried it.
Okay, really. So what type of mindset do we need to try to practice, or is a good practice?
That's a great question. That was definitely something I didn't really master until like
Level-headed.
the last year and a half.
Mhm.
For me, what helped was realizing that. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it funky with y'all. I'm gonna break it down like an ABC thing. Who do you want to be? That is your first question to yourself. Who are you? What do you want out of this world? That is your center focus for everybody that's in this table. So even if you said you want to be a radio host, your center focus has to be this, because your imagination is what's going to manifest everything in the physical,
Right.
everything you're giving your energy to. So for me, as a person that was a fighter and an arguer, for me it was, but I want to be a life coach. I want to speak life into people. I want to uplift them. That does not align with a girl that's fighting everybody. So I had to choose my spiritual journey over my fleshly
Right.
instincts.
Right.
We are human beings, which means we are, thank you, we are flesh. We are flesh.
Thank you.
And we want to feed our fleshly instincts. You have to be able to speak over yourselves. That's why I chose awareness as my thing, because until you know that you're in a spiritual warfare, you cannot fight for yourself.
Right.
Your instinct is always going to be, if someone pushes you, you're going to push back.
Right.
If you're raised that way. But every battle is not a battle to fight. Every emotion that you feel does not have to be acted upon. And that's why it's important for you to know where you're going. Because when you know where you're going, you can be conscious enough to make sure that your actions align with that. I cannot be out here scrapping with you if I'm going to be Dr. Jasmine Reyna. That does not align.
Right.
So for me, I would tell all my clients, discipline is your very best friend.
Right.
Nothing will get you further than being disciplined in what your mission is. You find your mission, you discipline yourself in alignment to that mission, and then you will find that when that girl calls you the B word, or she disrespects you, or she makes you uncomfortable emotionally, instead of your instinct, which is your flesh, to be like, oh, you tried it, your instinct is going to be, I could say she tried it. She might be my manager. I might get fired.
Right.
But when you're conscious, you're thinking about the whole. It's a chess game. Every move should be your best move. You don't have time. When you have a vision, you don't have time to be emotional. When you have a vision, you don't have time to be impulsive.
You need to keep the bigger picture in mind.
It's a bigger picture.
That's right.
So that's why I always tell people, choose your picture and follow it.
Right.
That's the key.
And
choose your picture and follow it.
I
if
can
you're a
definitely
model,
agree with that.
take your pictures. If you're a photographer, take your pictures.
Right.
If you're a motivational speaker, you got to learn how to dispute them negative thoughts. If you're a pastor, you got to learn how to supersede your fleshly instincts, your impulses. Choose your picture and focus on it. That's how you bring it to manifestation in your world.
Focus and stay consistent too.
Yeah.
Consistency is very
But when you're
much
focused,
into
you're going to be consistent.
Anyway, right.
If I know I want to be a makeup artist, I'm going to do it as much as I can. I'm going to be consistent with it. I'm going to make them faces. I'm going to beat the faces. I'm going to take them pictures. I'm going to make the videos.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Listen, that's true. Listen, because I was trying to be a makeup artist.
She did my makeup, by the way.
Okay, I do my sister's makeup and close friends because, you know, I know how to do their faces and I don't got to worry about skin tone types. Whatever. Listen, I had to be really real with myself. I was like, do I really see myself waking up and doing 5, 6 girls' faces and worrying about their skin tones?
And that's
types,
important.
Undertones. Then I would go days without wearing makeup. I never talked to my Instagram.
You wasn't being your own example.
I was too afraid to do anybody's face because I didn't want to worry about skin. Like, it was just, so I stepped into something else, which is everybody knows that I'm trying to be a nail tech now, which I will be going to school for very soon. Hopefully.
And she's good at it, though.
She's really good. And meanwhile,
I've seen her work.
she takes
I'm just trying to take the proper steps because
individual
I
appointments.
ran into a few obstacles, and I finally just said, let me just go to school for it. Maybe I just need to bow down because I was that girl, that freelance. Like, I could do this. I don't need to go to school. Really? I'm going to go to school and do it the right way and see what happens. But I had to be real with myself, and I spent a lot of money on makeup.
I got something to say on that. I got to tell her something.
At least $1,000 on makeup. I had almost every skin tone, type, color, all that. And I don't have it no more. It's done because I knew I had to be real with myself. So.
As a person that has observed you, Erica, if I was speaking out of turn and I was speaking as somebody, if you were my client, you don't have any self-esteem in your brand. You have no self-esteem in your nail brand. And I've watched you do nails and I know that you're good at it. What inspires me with you is I've noticed that you're so caught up in, which is a great thing. It's actually a beautiful thing. Erica is at a space in her life where she wants to know everything that makes it perfect before she puts it out. Here's the problem, which is great, which is great. Here's the problem. What you're showing me is your lack of faith in your gift. So if you're waiting for everything to be perfect, you're never going to be a nail tech. You need us to know on social media. I just told my friend Jen, she makes logos, websites, marketing. She don't work for big brands like Google. And when you go on her Instagram page, you would never know. You would never know. And I say, if that's what you're doing, that's why when you said nails, I said, I'm coming to you next. And you said, oh, I'm not taking clients. But you're doing nails. Right. You think I don't know you're practicing?
You gotta keep working.
Believe in yourself. Choose your vision and push it.
That's
You'll
how you
get better.
Perfect, though.
My entire nail studio studio is up at home, you guys.
She has a whole nail
Not
studio.
brought
People don't even have that.
Not one stranger into my house to
Which you should. You should be on
But that's
Instagram like
what's
this.
gonna make
Who's gonna
perfection
let
and keep
me
working towards it.
test on them? Because what we need to know is, what does Erica do? When I think of Erica now, because I know Erica and I follow her, I know that she does nails. I need people that go on Erica's page to know she does nails. I don't need to know you cute. I don't need to know she got a son. I need to know you. Well, that's cool too, but I need to be able to go on your Instagram page and know this is what you're striving towards. Because we watch your growth. You've watched me grow. You didn't just invite me this and I just started. You've watched me over the last 2-3 years and said, oh, Jazz is really good at it. I want to see your evolution. So that's why I tell people, when you find out what your vision is and something, like she said, I asked myself, could I wake up and do 5 people? You could wake up and do 5 nails though, right? Yeah. So that means that's something you're passionate about. That should be on Instagram. Even if you're not your best yet. Let us watch you. Let me watch you grow. Let me watch you evolve. Believe in yourself, and then I'll believe in you.
Yes,
So.
sister girl.
Okay. Go ahead and read your questions for her. I'm going to let Eric go ahead and talk. Wait, let me take a break real quick and talk to our viewers here on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us, you guys. Go ahead and send in your comments, your questions for Miss Jasmine Reyna. She's a trained and licensed life coach. And go ahead and start your watch parties. We've been sitting here talking to her a little bit, just picking her brain about her opinion on different topics. She's been telling us a little bit about herself, the type of work that she does. She has a book that's coming out soon. She has a 2-year-old son, so she's a bomb mom as well. We've been enjoying our conversation with her. For YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe our video. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to be feeding our own YouTube channel through this one for now. Until then, you guys can all follow us on @TheRealBombMoms on IG. You guys can find all of our updates on there. You can put in your booking inquiries, DMS. You can put in your inquiries about promoting for your businesses. Also, what else on there? I said something else earlier to DM us about.
We'll be doing a new segment called Makeover Monday.
You guys, I'm so excited to tell you guys.
In having a full makeover.
Hair, makeup, nails, outfit. Photo shoot before and after. We're gonna be hosting our first full makeover. Not this next weekend. Not on Valentine's Day. But the following Friday, that episode will be revealing our before and after. We have someone that we found. We're gonna introduce you guys to her on the next show or the show of. You guys will find out who she is pretty soon. You're gonna see the before and after. This is the first time we've done this. I'm so excited to do this makeover, you guys. We're gonna be recording and vlogging every step of the way. We're gonna take you guys on the go with us. We're gonna take you guys into the hairdressing studio and the makeup studio. You guys are gonna see all that behind the scenes on our photo shoots. You're gonna see all of that. So
she'll be the first stranger that I've done.
yes, her first person in the nail studio. You guys are gonna see Erica's nail studio. Aren't you excited?
Which is dope.
Yes. Listen, she's very professional and she is really good at what she does. And she's right. Jasmine is right. She needs to have faith in herself. And, practice makes perfect. You're not just going to come here to here. You got to work. Work. Okay.
And she is good. I've watched. Really that's why when I was gonna go to her and she's like, "Well, I'm not accepting clients." I'm not gonna lie. When she said that, I was like, "Oh, well, not gonna go to Erica." My plan when I was gonna go to her and my friend Yummy.
Yeah.
And when I asked her, she said, "Oh, I'm not really taking clients. If you want me to practice on you, no, I didn't want you to practice. I wanted you to do your nail job that I saw you post. But if you don't believe in yourself, then don't worry about it. I'll go somewhere else."
She's right.
Her other friend, which is another upcoming nail tech, she's really good too. She did a really cute job. I like that simple.
But you could have done that.
Abstract.
But you could have done. Could you not have done that?
I could have.
Why didn't you believe that you could do that?
I mean.
So why did I pay her and not you? Not saying she didn't deserve it because she was great.
I was afraid. I was scared because let me tell you guys specifically for people. Hey, Destiny.
Hi. Hey, girl. Start your watch party.
For people who aren't really in the, business or whatever, I'm real afraid of doing people's nails who don't fucking, who don't
Right.
about their nails, okay? Because I'm that girl. When I went to the nail
Them
salon,
the best people to
I
do.
would not leave the salon until my nails were done.
All right.
If you wanna do it
I'm paying
over,
you money. It needs to be how I want it.
Because I was not leaving. I'm that girl. So I respect that about other people, and I just want to make sure that
You're doing a quality,
Jasmine
good
is-
quality.
she don't play about her nails. Her nails are always done. So when she asked me, it was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So I just need to get over that, and one day I'll be okay.
Soon.
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 I'm going to school. I'm going to school. I don't have no choice. This is the.
Even while she's in school, she's gonna be practicing
Okay.
taking
Yes.
individual appointments.
Because she is good at it, you guys. I asked her y'all heard what she said, right? I asked her. She didn't tell me to ask her. I watched her work. I asked because I wanted to go. And as a person that wanted to shop with her, her fear ran me off. She said, "Oh, I don't really take clients." So then I said, "Oh, then I'm not going to give her my money."
Yeah.
But if she would have said, "Yeah, Jazz, come," like my other friend came, then I would have said, "Fine, here's your $40. Do my nails." Whatever you did, I already know that you aren't ready yet, Erica. I know you're practicing, but I'm investing in your business because I believe in your talent.
Right.
I need you to believe in you like the rest of us believe in you. That is another quote I use. If you have all the potential in the world. If you don't believe in your potential, just like sitting here, y'all are dope at what y'all are doing right now.
Thank you.
When people told me to make podcasts, I wasn't doing this.
Yeah.
How y'all set this up is so professional. Everything.
Thank you.
But y'all believed in that. That's why y'all invited me. So you believed in this podcast, but you didn't believe in your nails.
Yeah.
Which you should.
That's something to think about.
And that's something that all of us should keep in mind. I'm just saying.
Everybody says that. They're always like, I feel like I'm in a session. I'm sorry.
She's very right. You're very right. That's something that all of us need to think
I
about.
love constructive criticism
Mhm.
because I'm very real with myself. So
Right.
if there's something that somebody else can show me about myself,
Mm-hmm.
it does resonate with me, and
Right.
I do take the advice. I really do. So.
Right. So thank you, Miss Raina.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay,
So,
let's get these questions out
let's
the way.
speed it up a little bit.
Mhm.
So, what is your outlook on apologies? Like, what is the proper way to apologize in your eyes?
I can't
What
do it.
is a good apology?
I can't say in my eyes
Your
because that's
opinion.
not my job.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to say in my eyes. I have to have a 360-degree view angle on
Right.
apologies.
Uh-huh.
So when you're thinking of an apology, you have to take in consideration the person that you're getting the apology from,
Mhm.
their background, and what they're raised to think an apology is.
Okay.
Now, for me, how I'm raised, an apology for me is being able to acknowledge where you went wrong and making the executive decision to not repeat that action.
Right.
But that's not everybody. That's not how everybody was raised. So don't ever look at a person and be like, you should apologize like this, because when you're saying that, you're taking in consideration how you were raised and your upbringing and your values and your principles. That's not everybody. That's not how everybody was raised. That's not their values. That's not their
So
principles.
can I ask you, do you think it's fair to say that a good apology is one that is backed with action? Is that a fair
Absolutely.
general?
If a person is apologizing to you and they don't have the action to show their sorrow or their apologetic energy in their behavior, then they're not sorry.
They're not really sorry.
If I lie
They're not
to you,
remorseful.
and then I lie to you again, am I sorry? Or am I sorry that I got caught? That's what people
That's
need to
what
ask.
it is.
Are they sorry that you
Right.
caught them doing something wrong, or are they sorry that they did what they did?
Right.
And you also have to take in consideration, am I sorry that you caught me doing something wrong and it hurt your feelings? Or
right.
am I sorry for what
Right.
I did? Because I can hurt your feelings and mean what I said.
Right. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I meant to do what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So when it comes to agree to disagree situations, how do you properly move forward?
From that, sincerely move forward.
You don't agree.
Ooh, that's me and Bree.
Is it letting it go? Is that the key to
That's
just let it go?
us. Oh my God. Bree is actually teaching me this, but agreeing to disagree. It is all about having respect for separate perspectives. That's 365 degrees of truth requires It requires. So there's no way around it. Don't get on Google and
Right.
You can Google it. There is no way around 365 degrees of truth. That requires you to look at it from Erica, you, me, and her. All four of our views have to be taken in perspective and validated as truth.
Right.
So if you're asking what's an apology, what's not an apology, what's the truth, what's not the truth, you have to take in consideration that person, where
Right.
they came from, what they believe, their mindsets, their principles, their values. And that's why I tell all my clients, you might want to start considering a person's values. For me, where I am in life, if your values and principles are not perspective.
Right. Right.
Psychology will tell you that. That's not perspective. Values and principles are just values and principles. This is what I stand on. I will never bend or shift on it. So you might want to consider your boyfriend, your girlfriends, your friends, your cousins, sister, mom, so on and so forth. You might want to consider what they value and what their principles are. And then that will let you know what you can do with an apology and so forth. And so
Right,
forth.
right,
So
right.
if their principles, if I don't think it's wrong to kill somebody and you do, it don't matter what my perspective is.
Right.
Your principle, the principality for you is that it's wrong. And
Wrong.
the principality for me is that it's
right.
not.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I don't like to limit myself to that. If you're asking for someone's perspective to see who's right or wrong, there is no right or wrong.
Right,
Truth
right.
is constantly evolving. It's subjective to the individual person. There is no truth.
And so it boils down to, like you said, respecting each other's opinion at the end of the day. Respecting each other's opinion and letting it go.
Yep.
So exactly the
Respecting
epitome of it,
But don't
agreeing
let
to
it
disagree.
Go. Don't let it go and disvalue your own.
Right.
Stand on your own.
Right.
If I feel like, but that's why they tell women, even with your standards, if you feel a man should provide for you, that's how you feel. And Erica don't feel, Erica feel like we can go 50-50. And you said no, a man should bring all the money home and I should cook and clean. And then she says no, forget all that. I'm gonna get my own house and he get his own house. That's three different perspectives. Who's
Right.
wrong?
Right. You can't say
Because what if her
right.
partner agrees with that? Your partner and her partner,
And it
So
works.
Is it wrong? And it worked.
Everybody has something that
Truth
works
is
for them.
universal.
Mm-hmm.
So you that's why I said consider your opponents. If I tell you I don't think it's fake to talk about Erica when I leave here and you say it is, do you want to really be my friend?
Right.
Or do you want to find a friend that agrees that you probably shouldn't talk about your friends behind their back?
Right.
Because some people don't think that's wrong.
Right.
I had
Perspective is everything.
Me and her still communicate every now and then. I went to high school with her, and we were on the same cheerleading team. And she was really funny. She's really pretty, and it was cool to be around her because she's really funny and she's really pretty. And we was on the cheerleading team, so we had a lot of things in common. But every time she came to me, she had something to talk about. One of her close friends. I wasn't one of her close friends. I was one of her friends, but not one of her close friends to tell secrets. She don't know anything about me that can hurt my feelings. So there's that. But she would let me in on everything that her friends had going on, and that's why she don't know anything about me. That's why our friendship was so standoffish. But I get that. Wow, that's definitely.
Yeah, that makes
consider your
sense.
opponent.
So we got one
Yeah.
last question.
Oh, it's really just that I just want you to talk about how you came to writing your book, Letters to My Little Sister. Letters to My Little
That sounds
Sister.
very interesting
Sounds really
and
good.
personal.
I cannot wait.
Sounds
It is
personal.
very.
What she wrote in this book.
I am so scared, you guys. To drop this book.
Why?
Be
I'm very
Because-
interested
oh,
to
no,
hear.
he's dropping it, but
Yeah, you're nervous.
this
about it?
will be when I drop this book, you're going to know exactly who I am. Tricky, Jasmine, whatever you've ever known me as, you will know all my secrets. You will know every insecurity. You will know me.
Right.
I dropped this book. I started writing this book during my second pregnancy. I think I started writing it a little bit before that, but I don't think I really got into it. I didn't start putting my heart into it until my pregnancy. I am a high-risk pregnancy because I am very tiny. I know y'all looking like I'm the average skinny girl. I have no cervix. My cervix is like this big. So what would hold the average baby, I can't hold children. Once I get to 5 months, I'm immediately going into labor unless I've gotten surgery to keep my baby. So I don't get to have intercourse during But anyways, the point of the more, I went through a lot of isolation. My child's father, we had 2 kids together, and we went through a lot of things together, even with my mother. I'm a child from rape, and it's just so on and so forth. So I had a lot of growing to do in the middle of my pregnancy. I didn't have any friends around. No one was there for me except Bree. I had one friend, and she's a stud. So that means she don't even understand, because she don't even know why you like boys.
Yeah.
So it was like,
I don't even know why you like boys in the first place.
and it's weird that we're friends. It's like we're best friends. Like, we live together and everything.
Yeah.
But it was like, my book was letters to my little sister, because I have a little sister named Kiera. I have 7 sisters, but I have a little sister named Kiera, and I have a little cousin named Kaya. Kaya I grew up with. Kiera is my closest sister. And we're very close in age. Kiera's 23, Kaya's 22, and I'm 24. And I started writing them letters. That's what I was doing when I was writing. I was writing basically my personal experience with things I was going through with friends, things I was going through with my mother, family, support, my dreams, insecurities, finding out what love means, what love wasn't, boyfriends, baby daddies, rumors. I was going through all of that in one motion over the last 2 to 4 years. And I started writing letters to just any girl that was in my position or would come into my position, to give you insight, to let you know basically that what you're going through is not a standstill. But it's hard for me to tell y'all that. So I wanted to write a book, because I want, when you're going through those moments of lack of faith, when you're going through those moments of, well, do he really love me? When you're going through those moments of, if this is really my friend, when you're going through those moments of, if I want to have this baby. In that book, you'll be able to choose a page, and it's going to talk about what it is like, what you're feeling, those feelings of, well, if you loved me, you would have did this. But in that book, I break down the evolution of me discovering that love isn't just a matter of what I want you to do, what I want you to be conditioned to behave like. Love is just what God gave us. He gave his first begotten son to live on a cross and die for you. Like, I really want you guys to take a moment and think about that. Somebody sat on the cross and let them I put nails in your hand. Would you really for me, you don't forget Eric and them, for me. Can I put nails in your hand?
No.
Can I put nails in your chest?
No.
Can I beat you with a whip? But somebody, because see, that's what God did that.
Yeah.
He wanted to give you somebody that didn't know you would ever exist. Somebody said, I'll die every time she make a mistake. I'll die every time she doesn't know any better. I'll die every time she has sex out of wedlock. I'll die every time she lies, steals, deceives, manipulates. Because you're human. We are fallible. We will never be perfect. I will never be perfect, nor will anybody at this table or any psychologist, doctor. No. Psychologists are the craziest people you'll know.
Right.
There's no one crazier than your therapist, okay? That's why we're therapists. That's why we chose the field, because we're nuts. So it's like, for me, I put that in my book because I wanted people to see something I learned with Bree, and I keep bringing her up because she's played such a large part in my spiritual journey, to learn to love somebody outside of what you want them to be. I want you to be like this because this is what's comfortable for me.
Right.
I want my situation to be like this because this is what's comfortable for me. But God continuously puts you in situations that are uncomfortable to grow you and evolve you. So when I wrote that book, I'm writing letters to women. Like, this is what I felt like, but this is what I learned. And this is what I saw, but this is what I learned. And I wanted girls, some young girl will pick my book up and she might be pregnant. And for her, I went through suicide. I popped pills. I cut my wrist. People don't know that. I went through labor and my mom wasn't there. She threw my clothes over the balcony and kicked me out. No one was there. My baby daddy I was living with didn't come. He was with his side girl. Like, I've been through that. I was beat on as a child. I was beat on in my relationships. I went through that, and people don't know that. Yeah. So when I write in letters to my little, no one knows these things. There's a lot of things people don't know about Jasmine, Tricky, anybody that you think I am. But I'm writing letters on my MacBook. I never planned for it to be a book. I'm just writing. This is what I'm feeling. This is what's going on. And then I would come back. Okay, and this is what I learned. And then I said, somebody out there is suicidal right now. Somebody is out there 20 years old with a baby, because my first time getting pregnant was 20. And then I came back and got pregnant at 22. Somebody in this world went through that. Somebody was suicidal. I had my first suicidal thought at 3rd grade. I didn't realize that I hated being dark skinned until I was in 5th grade. Came to Atlanta. I didn't know dark skin was a thing, because in Chicago they didn't talk about my color.
Yeah.
But then I get down south, color's a thing. So something for me was with young women, you don't know who's going through what you're going through. So for me, as I was writing those entries, I wanted to give women something that they can look back on and realize that there is something on the other side of your hate. There's something on the other side of your pain.
Right.
So I wanted to give that to the world, even though it would show parts of myself. I wanted to give that to them because you don't know what your testimony can do for another person. So
That's very true. And that's what I said. Yeah, go ahead. We're going to have Miss Jasmine shout out all of her handles here on social media. Tell them how they can book an appointment with you, how they can contact you, everything. When your book is kind of... It sounds very personal. That's what I said. It sounds very personal. It sounds very interesting.
oh, Dad, I love y'all podcast.
And you know, it takes a lot of courage. Listen, I want to applaud you again. It takes a lot of courage for someone to come out with all of those personal and, you know, experience that are that close to your life.
So let them know where they can reach you. Your website, if you have a website.
I do.
Instagram,
Your social media.
Facebook.
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
I am Jasmine Reyna. My Instagram is the hot coach. You'll figure out why, because I wanted to embody all of myself. My Facebook is Jasmine Pretty Tricky Thompson. My Twitter is The Only Tricky. My book is called Letters to My Little Sister. It comes out May 23rd, 2020. It will be dropping. I'm having a book launching party. So it is called Letters to My Little Sister.
That's
Follow me on
awesome.
Instagram because that's where I'm active. My name is at The Hot Coach. And that's it. I'm just Jasmine Reyna.
Well,
That's it.
thank you. Thank you guys for joining
so
us.
much.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for
Like
watching
and
Mom.
subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Yay.
Oh my
That
God, for
was
your book
good.
launching party. We need to come.